I want to start by thanking each one of you for being here with us this afternoon. It's phenomenal the commitment and strength of will pro-life supporters have in this country. And your dedication is not in vain. It's already changing things for the better in lots and lots of small, observable ways. If we keep going and don't let up, we will succeed in reaching that brighter day that the late Taoiseach John Bruton talked about, where every unborn child will once again be welcomed in life and protected in law. As Deputy Carol Nolan alluded to earlier in her excellent address, over the past year or so, there has been a very definite shift in the way voters are holding politicians to account for their actions. It is a very welcome development, and one that will benefit the pro-life cause if we do the work that's needed. I want to thank our two MCs today, Wendy Grace and Peter Sands. You did a superb job, guys. I want to thank our wonderful guest speakers today, Lois McLatchy, Anna Boudet, her beautiful daughters Sarah and Esther, Deputy Carol Nolan, Dr. Callum Miller, and Melissa Byrne, and the wonderful students for giving a youth perspective. I want to thank the clergy, the archbishops, bishops, and pastors who facilitated today's faith events before the march. We appreciate all of your support. And as always, I want to thank sincerely our team in the pro-life campaign and all of the excellent volunteers who worked so hard to make today's event a success. Your consistent work and support is so appreciated. All three upcoming elections, the local and European elections in June and the general election that's just around the corner, will determine who represents us for the next 5 years. The efforts made now, between now and election day, to encourage people to think pro-life before they vote will also impact on whether real progress is made over the next 5 years in shifting the focus away from the present government policy of promoting abortion at every turn to a situation where basic information about alternatives is made available to women before an abortion takes place. We can sometimes make the mistake of thinking that just because someone shares the same views as us on abortion, that'll automatically mean they will vote pro-life. The reality is there are a lot of issues competing for people's attention, particularly at election time, and we have to work extra hard to reach voters who would be inclined to vote pro-life and to encourage them to do so. In a few weeks' time, the pro-life campaign will publish our comprehensive voter guide featuring a list of all election candidates and where they stand on right-to-life issues. That will serve as an invaluable guide to voters when deciding how to cast our votes. The key in the coming weeks is to ensure we maximise the number of voters who think pro-life as they enter the polling booth come election day. And if we do that job well, we will see the results in an increased number of pro-life representatives elected. In the last local elections, one pro-life candidate lost out on winning a seat by a single vote. It's a sobering reminder of how every vote counts and how the efforts we make in supporting good candidates, even if we only do so in a small way, could make all the difference. Please keep this in mind when you are weighing up whether to play a part in the election or not. Before I finish, I want to pay tribute to the pro-life politicians already elected, like the incredible Carol Nolan, who is with us here today, and all of the other pro-life TDs and senators who it is such an honour to work with. They're an unbelievable bunch of people. I see Senator Ronan Mullen down there in the crowd, and I want to thank Ronan for everything you do. And a special word of thanks to Senator Ronan Mullen and Senator Sharon Keoghan for the magnificent efforts they both made last week to try to get amendments made into the draconian and repressive exclusion zone bill that passed in the Oireachtas last week. We're so indebted to people like you, and I want to acknowledge that again today. And apologies to any elected representatives in the crowd who I haven't seen. We want to pay a tribute to you and thank you for all of your work. In conclusion, there are lots of reasons to be hopeful and to keep pressing forward, and today is one unmistakable example of that. As the saying goes, the secret of change is to focus all of our energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Míle buíochas arís díobh go léir as feadhan seo aniu. With your ongoing help and commitment, we will see positive change. Thank you.